what we've found is once the parents start to understand themselves and start to understand these tools and show that they use them, it starts to influence a little bit more as well with the boys or with the girls or with their child. Research shows us that car journeys is the most stressful part of a footballing journey. So how we are in ourselves and our regulation will influence their regulation. So we know what's called neuroception. Neuroception is how our body picks up on this threat. So when I'm regulated, my child that's sat at the side of me will be able to be regulated. If I talk around my breath work, then it's a tool that they'll pick up on. And for me to regulate myself might be breath work. Also, language is really key. There's a book called Words Can Change Your Brain. And once you start looking at the power of a language, it's massive. So we talk about what if thinking. When you are going into what if thinking, then it produces certain chemicals in our brain. But if we use an and or a yet, and we catch where we start to change that mindset with it, within the children, it helps. I would always say that I would try to put the onus on them in the car. So, is there anything you want to talk about? And if they don't want to talk about it, I'd leave it. They will then at some point come back to it if they want to. And then there's the questions around, when we're going into this game today, how would you like me to be in this car with you? So do you want some music on? Do you want me to ask you about the game? So there's some real good kind of conversation starters and also ways of being. But I think the biggest thing is around understanding our regulation really impacts theirs. So even on the sidelines, if I start getting irate, their nervous system will pick up on the voices. So they'll pick up on voices. Our threat detection's from our eyes to our mouth. So if we starts being our body language and our face and our tone starts to change on the sidelines, it will affect their nervous system. Simple as that. And everything is built on our bodily state. So our decision making, our confidence, our self-esteem, our endurance, our physical output, our technical output is all built on bodily state. So how we are as adults will help with their bodily state because we can co-regulate with them and we can either influence that and be a trigger, or we can really support and be some glimmers and give them glimmers, which helps their nervous system. And I think that's the big thing. Language, tone, and our own bodily awareness. And also giving them a little bit of a what do you want from me today question. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to leave it? What do you want me to focus on in the game? Or do you want what should we have the music on? Do you want it calm? Do you want it quiet? Some people like the music, so music's brilliant for stimulation and regulation. Some like it high, some like it low. So what's the songs that you want us to play today? So there's like a kind of a support network and a process, because the car journey is a really important element of the day. And if they've been at school, for example, and then they've gone to training and they're late getting back and then have a bad training session, and then the car journey is not as probably is productive as probably what it can be. Sleep's impacted, they're going through massive brain changes at youth development phase, all becomes a vicious circle. So it's the car journeys are proven to be quite a high stressful situation for many players.